Hello and welcome to all you Virgos. This is your monthly horoscope for the month of May of 2021. And for the Virgos, because you are a mutable sign and the eclipses are happening in mutable signs, it's a very, very important month for you. Very, very crucial month. Now, there's a lot of stuff happening. Eclipses, your ruler Mercury at the very end of the month going backwards again. Mars in Cancer, what else? Venus and Mercury in Gemini, and Jupiter, of course. The ruler of your opposite sign, Pisces, is the ancient ruler. That is in a new sign. So a lot to talk about, but let's break it down like a true Virgo would do, right? Let's break this down into very clear messages. First of all, the eclipse is happening on the 26th. It's an eclipse that belongs to it's at 5 degrees of Sagittarius, a total lunar eclipse, so a full moon. 5 degrees of Sagittarius is the moon, the sun at 5 degrees of Gemini. And it belongs to the Saros cycle, the family of 5 North, which has all to do with having a vision and having knowledge of something. And because of that, you already act on it. So you're acting out of a deep knowledge, not some facts or figures or just a feeling or just a knowing. And very, very powerful and very positive energy with this eclipse. But as I said, it's a pivotal area of your life. So it's of course not going to happen bang on the 26th and you're going to feel it. It's like if you're watching this in April already that you feel these energies. So the south note, what you need to let go of, is with this moon in Sagittarius in your 4th house. So for many of you, it's about a letting go of an old paradigm that is related to your roots, to your family, an old way of relating to relatives, but also literally it could be moving, it could be moving to a new home, it could be saying goodbye to an old home, first of all, and then focusing a bit more on where the North Node is, which is the opposite in Gemini, the highest point of your horoscope, which is your career, your work, your role in society. There is where all the new stuff is going on. So in a simple way, it could mean, for instance, that you were a woman that just have given birth to a child, or not just, but let's say the child is 1 year old and now you're leaving a bit more behind this nest to go and explore again on your career, for instance. Could be as simple as that. But there's this axis of home and family and work that is very much activated here, which are important areas of your life. So it's not about just not taking care of the family anymore, but it's about stepping a bit more towards your goals and your career path and what you want to do, for what you want to contribute in this world, basically. Now, so I've been talking about this for a long time, but now it's a bit like things might happen or some events that can make you realize that you need to do that sort of shift that you're making. Maybe the balance, it's about balancing these areas of your life in a more healthy way, so that you can go towards your growth path. For a lot of you, as it's not only this eclipse, it's also during this eclipse, there is a positive energy with Mars here. Mars trining Neptune from the 7th house and from your 11th house, so your relationship houses. There could be that you have more drive to do what you want to do. Your Mars is for the whole month in Cancer. That goes well with Virgo energy. And that has to do with friends, has to do with like-minded people. You could be a bit more active with friends or doing a little bit more. Or in a very intuitive way, they kind of lead you towards your goal. And it's in a very soft and gentle way, because Mars trine Neptune is going with the flow. So this can help you if you have a bit of trouble of going, distancing yourself from the old paradigm that has to do with your roots and that has to do with home and whatnot. What can help you is friends and goals for the future, and talking with them, and they can nurture you, but in a very masculine way almost. It's like by their doing, they're helping you, or you're doing things together. And that's how you go forwards with your plans. So your plans are very much orientated here in this kind of astrology, very much orientated towards career, towards what you want to do, and new things come up, because it's not just for the whole month Venus and Mercury who are there in your highest point of the horoscope, which is career. Mercury at the very end, which is your ruler, around the 30th of the month, is going backwards. Talk about that next month, but that means a lot of thinking as well of how you can improve your career, how you can change it, stopping it, or start new, or do something different, is all on the menu. But this is a process of like 2 months. So this is just a start. And with Venus and Mercury there in your 10th house, it's very positive. Although at the end of the month, it squares up to Neptune. So you, if you are in a relationship, for instance, there could be like some things that are not really clear in the relationship and in the work sector. So, but whatever it is, try to keep with the feet on the ground, which is what Virgos normally do, and you will be fine. So stay realistic in going towards those plans for the future that has to do with your career. But definitely good energy there. Definitely energy of new things coming in and working on them, for sure. And with contracts, when it comes to career, it's best to implement them when Mercury goes direct again. And that is around and about the end of June. So 23rd, 24th of the month, then Mercury goes direct again. You'll see more clear. So there's a lot of things that you want to improve there. Now, Jupiter. Jupiter every year shifts into another sign. And now it's going to be in its own sign. You know, the ancient rulership of Pisces is Jupiter. And it's going to come into your 7th house. This is amazing for all relationships, one-to-one relationships, that is. Definitely those of you who are looking for a relationship or are open for a relationship, this is a good sign. With Jupiter opposing your sun sign or moon sign or rising sign. Now, this is just a sneak preview, because Jupiter is not going to stay in Pisces. It's going to tip into its toes into Pisces for the first 2 degrees, 0, 1 and 2 degree of Pisces in May on the 14th, up until May, June and July. And then it goes back into Aquarius, and then 2022 is a big relationship year for the Virgos, because then the whole year Jupiter will be, or most of the, not the whole year, but a lot will be in your 7th house. Now, so the Virgos who've got planets between 0 to 5 degrees will feel this the most, although all Virgos will feel it. And so that is when you were born, your sun sign in Virgo on the 23rd. So when you have 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th of August, they will feel it the most. What is this all about? This is in relationships. Jupiter has to do with positive energy. It has to do with meaning. It has to do with, this is the kind of people that you're going to attract in your life. And Jupiterian people are buoyant people. They have your best interest, very extroverted people who have a broad knowledge, wisdom in them, and who could be from abroad, literally, but not necessarily. So they could be from a different cultural background, but they have your best interest, and you learn a lot from them. You find a lot of meaning in your life because of them. That is definitely going on in the month of May. And your sun sign also represents career. So it could also mean that you have like a promotion or something that opens up that has to do with your career when it comes to May, June, and July. Something, and especially when you are that early born Virgo, that could really give like you a boost, and through another person, because it's an opposition, that you kind of have these opportunities to have a promotion, to expand your career, and anything that has to do with Jupiter, with teaching, learning, spreading your knowledge, traveling, communicating, exchanging knowledge and whatnot. So these are all very interesting energies. Now, so yes, quite a lot going on for the Virgos. Excuse me, also Mars in your 11th house, I already talked about it. It's a really, I don't have to add anything more, but it's a really interesting month for you. And I think when you want to make shifts, it's definitely on May and June. Very important months for the Virgos. Having said that, I wish you a very good month, dear Virgo. Enjoy it and make the most out of it. Thank you. Bye bye.